3, 2, 1. My name is Paul Irvin. I'm a teacher at Nesbitt Discovery Academy. I teach American History 2 and Civics.
In order for a verdict of guilty, the prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that in fact President Truman did act in such a reckless manner.
One of the things that we do in American History 2 is to teach about World War II, and during the World War II unit, we like to end that unit by looking at the decision to use the atomic bomb to end the war. As part of that, there's a project-based learning opportunity or activity in which students gather information, use critical thinking skills, and develop the legal case as to whether President Truman was justified in using atomic weapons to end the war or not. So the mock trial format really follows that of a real court setting. There are opening arguments that are put on by both sides, both the prosecution and defense. They call witnesses, they cross-examine the witnesses, and they both have closing arguments. And along the way, each set of attorneys has the option to object.
Do you think the bombing was okay considering the United States situation?
Objection? That's leading the witness.
Based upon, again, some of the same principles that are used in a court of law today. For the weeks preceding the mock trial and the project-based learning activity, students spend that time researching and really looking at a lot of the events of World War II, not only from an American perspective, but also looking at what else was happening on a global basis, looking at those things and trying to make some meaning of cause and effect and things that happened during World War II that contributed ultimately to that decision-making to use atomic weapons not once, but twice as a means to end World War II, especially the war with Japan. One of the real benefits of this is that the students have now done this for quite a few years, and the students really do get into this activity. It really becomes very competitive, and that really drives then the level of interest and ultimately the level of work that they put into the process. The week-long activity is something that really encourages a lot of independence and yet a lot of dependence on the group dynamic as well. And in the end, what they put together is a very well-organized, very well-executed set of arguments on both sides of the issues, and as a result, we really raised the bar of the level of understanding and comprehension of what happened at that time in history.
The jury is excused to deliberate. The court will remain in session until they return. Thank you.